Mansa Musa, the richest man who ever lived. Long ago, way back in the year 1324, the world was a very different place, and in the heart of West Africa, there was a kingdom called Mali that was growing bigger and stronger than anyone could believe. While parts of Europe were struggling through dark and hard times, the Mali Empire was shining bright like the sun because it controlled the trade routes where merchants carried two very important things, which were salt and gold. The king of this land was named Mansa Musa, a ruler so wealthy that if you took the richest people today and put all their money together, they would still look poor compared to him. But Mansa Musa did not just want to sit on his throne. He wanted to go on a special journey called a pilgrimage to the holy city of Mecca, a trip that was thousands of miles away across the burning hot Sahara Desert. When he left his palace, he didn't just take a few bags and a couple of friends, but instead he brought an entire moving city with him. There were 60,000 people walking with him, including soldiers, doctors, teachers, and servants, all wearing the finest Persian silk and carrying staffs made of pure gold that glittered under the desert sun. It was such a long line of people that if you were standing at the front, you probably couldn't even see the back of the line where 12,000 servants were marching. What made everyone's jaw drop was the amount of treasure he carried, with 80 camels following him, and each camel was loaded with hundreds of pounds of gold dust just waiting to be given away. Everywhere Mansa Musa went, he gave gold to the poor, built mosques, and bought souvenirs, handing out shiny gold nuggets like they were just pieces of candy. When he arrived in the famous city of Cairo in Egypt, he was so generous that he accidentally caused a huge problem because he gave away so much gold to the shopkeepers and people on the streets that gold suddenly became not very special anymore. Because there was too much of it floating around, its value crashed down and prices for everything else went up. It took 12 whole years for the economy of Cairo to recover just from the money one man spent on a short visit, which is something that has never happened before or since in history. But Mansa Musa was not just about showing off his money. On his way back home, he brought back smart architects and scholars to his city of Timbuktu to build amazing schools and libraries where people from all over the world came to read books and learn about the stars, making his kingdom a place of knowledge and not just riches. Even hundreds of years later, mapmakers drew him on maps holding a giant gold coin because he was the king of gold, a man whose wealth was so vast that nobody could truly count it, leaving a story that sounds like a fairy tale but is actually completely true.